So I'm going to start with my first milk bowl, and it's mostly my Hoyas. I'm not so sure how many Hoyas I have in here, and honestly these are not all of my Hoyas because I do have more cuttings that I'm growing and they are currently in the plant room. But you know what, I think I should show my cabinet setup first, like the real setup. Maybe we should start with the lights that I use. I use the Verena grow lights in here, and I do have different ways of affixing them into the cabinet. Like for this one, I use the magnets and this, I don't know what they're called, the holder or something that comes with them, and then I attach them to the magnets so that they would stick in well into the metal shelf. I mean this one. But also sometimes I just do this. I use the hooks that comes with the magnets, and then I use a zip tie so that I could arrange the grow light tilted a little. That way it would be facing my mini orchids, and they do like bright lights, so that's why I did that. But for my other shelves, I don't need to really have a tilting light, so just facing down is fine. Sometimes I do. I mean, it depends on the plant that I have. Like for example, this one, these are the alocasias. Yeah, because they are huge ones at the back. I need to give them more light as well. And as for the fans, this is so funny because I'm actually a computer engineer and I build computers, mostly for gaming. So I do have a lot of fans just, you know, scattered around because I use them for my computer builds. And yeah, I use them for building cabinets as well. The first Milsbo cabinet that I built, I bought these acrylic shelves from Plantal Support. They are nice and they have this holes so that, you know, aeration would be good inside your cabinets and your plants are going to love it. Because originally the Milsbo cabinets come with the glass shelves and they're not really nice in terms of aeration. I think in terms of humidity they are. But yeah, we want things balanced inside our cabinets, so yeah, these are really nice. As you can see, I opted for the thicker shelves, but they are also pricey. But in the long run, if you look at it, I think it's reasonable. It's worth it because as you can see, I think my first cabinet will be a year old now. I think I built one in May or in June last year. So, and I still have the shelves and they still look nice. Yeah, I just don't know which Milsbo was my first one. I don't know anymore. But yeah, so I do like this. I do like how it looks like. But because of the price and since I know that I'm building a lot of cabinets already, I opted for the wire shelves from Home Depot. I think they also have it in Canadian Tire. You just have to go there and tell them the size that you want it to be cut, because this is the wire shelves that are very common. They use it in the kitchen, in storages or whatever, and then you just ask them for the size that you want. So I have this in my other cabinets, And then even the other cabinets, I have a mix of both. I have the acrylic shelves and the wiring shelves. In the end, they look nice, all of them. Like, it's not even a big of a deal, whichever shelf that you decide to use, as long as, you know, not the glass one. I think some other people find a way around the glass shelves. They just install a lot of fans. Yeah. And then I think the last thing that I would share about my cabinets is that I try my best to hide my wires. Sometimes not so much in the long run if things needs to be rearranged or changed. But yeah, I try to use this cable concealer. This one is fixed. I can't remove it anymore. I mean, I could, but yeah, there's like 3M tape at the back. But for the other wires that needs to be, you know, moving somehow, I use this kind of concealer, which is fine. And again, most of these things I already have because I use them for my computer setups. A little add-on would be a hygrometer. And I really like using this one from Govee because I could sync it on my phone and I can see how my cabinets are doing in terms of temperature and humidity wherever I am. And then I would know what to adjust. This would be rather optional. At the bottom, you would see there's something black. Those are heat pads. Heat pads, heat mats. I think it's cheaper if you try to look for the ones that are used for reptiles, because the ones branded for seedlings, they're kind of pricey. So I also have them. I used them and it helped so much during winter, but now I don't think I still need it, but I haven't turned it off. I do have the option to control it on my phone as well because I connected it to a smart plug. So yeah, overall that's basically my setup. Most important things would be grow lights, the fans, the shelves would be optional again, and the wiring, concealers, covers, they are optional. The heat mat, it depends on the location where you are at. I'm in Canada, I'm in Toronto. We have fall and winter that's basically very cold. Not very, very cold, but quite cold for tropical plants, I would say. So yeah, but yeah, that's most of it for my setup. And now this is for real. We're going to start on the tour for the Hoyas. I think I'm going to get a tripod for that so that I could grab the plants and show it up close. Okay, so we're going to start with the first, the topmost shelf in my Hoya cabinet. Maybe we should start with the imposter. There's a reason why I have this this Ikea Obovata. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to include the name on the screen. Oh, before anything else, I should say that I'm not so sure how most of the plants' IDs are pronounced, so please don't come for me. But I try. So I'm going to put in the names of the plants that I show on the screen. And yeah, this is an imposter because it looks like a Hoya, but it's not. The reason why I have it in here because I switch it with another Hoya that needs some space. One of my Hoya is in the other cabinet because it's blooming so wild. These are two types of Wilbur graves. This one is the China. I wish I had better lighting. I think if we change an angle, let me see. I don't think it helped, but yeah. So this is my Wilbur Graves China, and there's a peduncle. There's a peduncle. I haven't seen this bloom. I don't know. A lot of my Hoyas, I haven't seen them bloom because, as you guys already know, I just started collecting last year, this time of the year. This is the Wilbur Graves Russia. I think the difference would be the leaves of the Russia is much thicker and sometimes a bit rounder. because this one, China, is longer, I would say. But yeah, they're both nice. I really like the splashy silver that Russia has been showing. But then this one already started showing those. I don't know, it must be my lights or whatever care they're getting. Maybe they like it, maybe they like me. My god, my camera sucks. We'll improve that soon, okay? Allow me to be awkward and to fail on my first video, please. This is my Hoya Wyerii variegated. I love it when it sun stresses to pink, especially the new leaves. It's so cute. I think I'm going to chop this part so that, I don't know, it would just encourage new growth and it would become fuller. Like, yeah, I don't even need a trellis for this. Maybe I'll remove that. So this is one of my favorite Hoyas to take a photo of, is a tiny leaf. For those who doesn't know, I like taking macro photos of leaves and they're really cute up close. So this is my Hoya Kuminjana. I like chopping this one because apparently a lot of people likes them. So there's a new growth in here and then I just let it do its thing and now it's so long. This is Hoya, what is this? Waymanie? I think, yeah, the cloudy sky. The thing is, I don't really like big leaves with Hoyas, but for some reason I really like the variegation in this. I've been debating if I'm going to get rid of this as a hoop plant or do I chop it and maybe sell them as a cutting. I don't know, but at the same time I like how it looks like as a full plant like this in one pot. So I don't know, but yeah, I really like how splashy it is, silvery. I don't really appreciate that you guys don't see it well. Maybe this one, maybe this angle is better. Yeah, another big leafer that I don't even know why I still have it. This is the pubic calyx pink silver ghost. I'm surprised I could tell the names, but yeah, this is my pubic calyx pink silver ghost, and the variegation, the silver is really nice on this plant. I think that's the only reason why I'm keeping it, but in terms of space, in terms of how big it's growing, I honestly don't like it. It's taking so much space, and if you don't give them that space, they grow wonky and weird like this. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I should chop it too. This is my, oh my god, it's growing weird as well, because yeah, you can see now why I don't like big leaves. This is the AH047 silver, if I remember correctly. I chopped this many times already. A lot of people already has a cutting from me. It's a fast grower, I would say, and it's really nice, but it's big. So I don't even know why I'm keeping this. Maybe if I could find someone who would like full plants, I would basically get rid of them fast. But for now, I don't know anyone. A lot of the people I know just want cuttings, like 2 nodes, 3 nodes, they're fine with that. For big leaves like this, just 1 node is fine. I mean, I understand. I was like that as well when I was starting. This is another huge leaf Hoya. This is the silver dollar. When I got it, I already know that it's going to be big, but I just really like the silver Hoyas. That was some sort of an era for me. I was collecting a lot of the silvery ones. I mean, until now, but now I know that I should stick with small leaves. I already chopped this multiple times, and many people got their cuttings from me as well. But I still have the mother plant here. If anyone wants it, I would gladly get rid of it. This one is my first Hoya. This is the Hoya Kalina IR26. It was my first Hoya, and back then I did told them that I don't like Hoyas because I don't know, they are boring. But I was told that Hoyas are fine and they are slow growers. And you know what? I want slow grower plants because that means I won't need to give them space, like huge space right away. So I was like, okay, let me try Hoyas. Thank you for the free Hoya. And this is basically my most chopped Hoya to date, obviously. And now it's just growing wildly and I need to chop it again. The thing about my Hoyas and the trellises and stuff, I just want my Hoyas to be enough size to basically go around the trellis, and once they exceed that, it means they need some chopping. So I don't know if I can fix this, maybe reorganize some of the vines. As you guys can see, it's wild. It's so full. Or I should just chop them. Like, I love how sunstress they could get. They turn red orange somehow. So yeah, and they're splashy. This is definitely one of my favorites. And then I still have another big leafer. This one is the Hoya pubic calyx super silver, as they call it. And like the silver dollar, I got this back when I had that silver Hoya phase. And I was so excited about it. But now that it's basically getting so big, I mean, the leaves are big and they're not growing nicely because I don't have a nice space for them. They're cramped in here. Big leaf Hoyas are not good for cramp setup. Yeah, but it's still nice. As you can see, it's very silver in there. I like it so much. Let's see if we can focus. This one is my Hoya. Is it Lai? Li? L-Y? I don't know how to read that name, but yeah, this is the one that's Hoya Lai Prism with pink flowers. And when I got it as a 2-leafer, so just one node. And then it died. Luckily, it was already growing a tiny new set of leaves, so there was another node. And then I just, threw it in my bin and forgot about it. And then I'm surprised that it grew. So this is the new, basically, these are the second set of leaves, the second node for me. And then the first node already died. But I thought it was reverted already because, as you can see, there should be variegation on the edges, right? But I don't see it anymore. Like, it's very little. And I was so sad because when I got it, I think I paid for, how much was it? $250, $300? I forgot how much it was back then. But yeah, it didn't show variegation anymore. And then it didn't grow for a long time. I forgot what date, what month I got it. Maybe July or August as well. Those were my wild months as a plant collector. So It only started growing this year, I think about January, but it just grew a long vine. This particular vine that's in the trellis, and then little by little it started showing, you know, signs of leaves growing, and I was like, oh, exciting. I hope they're not reverted. And luckily they're not. I can still see, I mean, I started seeing variegation already. And what surprised me is that each node started to have new growth. I think it started in March or April. It started growing from the bottom, and then now we have this nice leaves from the new from each nodes. They're all growing nicely. So this is quite interesting. This is really an interesting one for me. Like, if I start chopping, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vines already. But you know what? This is cute. I like the size, so I'm keeping it this way. Maybe I'll chop eventually, but not for now because I'm still appreciating how it's growing. So yeah, somebody please tell me how to pronounce the name of this Hoya. I have a thing for Hoya lacunosa. This one is the sulcata. I don't even know how I would tell the difference because some would say it looks like the other lacunosas. I think it's kind of like a bit rounder and kind of curly. Is that the word for it? I'm not so sure. But yeah, I also got this as a small cutting, and then it grows fast. This is one of my favorites now, but I just chopped it to share to some friends and some people. This is the Hoya carrii. I think that's how it's called. It's really dark, and for some reason, we do call it anthurium, Hoya anthurium, because it looks like anthurium leaves. It's really cute, and it's so dark compared to other leaves of Hoyas. So I really like it, and it stays this size for me at least. I think it's going to get bigger if given, you know, the right environment, but I don't want that. I want it to stay this size, so yeah. Hoya leucantha. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is kind of funny because when I got it, it was small, and then I just, of course, let it grow, but it just grew an entire long vine, and there was nothing, so it's kind of leggy from here. But as you can see, the leaves are looking really nice. It's also dark. I would say it's kind of like an anthurium as well. There. And I really like it. This is my Hoya lacunosa, another lacunosa. I think this is white snow. White snow or white tiger. Wait, I'm not so sure because I do have this. Also lacunosa. Maybe this is white pearl and this is white tiger, if I'm correct. You know, I was planning on putting labels on my Hoyas, but I haven't done that yet, so maybe one of these days. This is another lacunosa. One of my favorites because of the color. It's kind of like, you know, your typical variegated Hoya that's sunstretched to pink whenever they are new. So this is the Hoya lacunosa Soma, whatever. But this is really nice, and if you like small leaf Hoyas, you should have this. This is a Hoya lacunosa. This is a Minara. At first I was confused with this and the other one, the Midori. But yeah, it's variegated on the inside with green on the edges and the middle. I don't even know. Maybe if I could, maybe one of these days I'll put all of my Hoya lacunosas all together and let's see their differences. Now this one over here is my Hoya Lima Silver. It's really nice. It's small and there's a new growth. Let's see what will happen. I personally don't like it anymore. I have those days, like, I don't like this anymore, and then one day I like them again. So right now I would say I don't like it. But then, yeah, it says stresses to pink. This is the Hoya Crassipetulata Splash. So there are silver splashes in there, but then they sunstress to pink, which is really, really nice. I got it last year. Hoya Thomsonii Splash. So it's really nice and fuzzy. I don't even know if you guys could see it in the camera. I don't think so. You know what? I promise I would have better camera for you guys. I like how it's growing so compact and so full. I chopped it. It was a fuller plant before with a trellis, but I chopped it just because. And I think this was my first Hoya bloom. This one is my variegated, the inner variegated one. This is the perfect example of what I was saying. I want my Hoya vines to just go around the trellis, and that's it. That's the size that I want. Like, for example, for this one, once it reaches that part, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on chopping it. Like this one, I'm going to get rid of this one too. If there are other growths, I just like it. I just like seeing them like that. It looks so clean, so organized. But of course, they are plants. We already know that they are just going to keep on growing. Maybe, I'll pot them and set them up differently, trailing next time. Hoya lacunosa variegated. As you can see, the colors are nice. It's so interesting how it's different from the others. Like, again, I'm pulling out my Soma. But they're different. They're like the same, but they're different. Maybe one day, if I get to observe them more, maybe I could point out the differences. But you know what? Even though I can't for now, I still want to collect them all, The next one would be my Hoya Mathilde Splash, Silver Splash. I think we have better lights in here. There you go. So this is my Hoya Mathilde Splash. It really is splashy, I would say, and I like it. It doesn't focus. Does it show? I don't know. But yeah, it is splashy. And I kind of just chopped it very recently because somebody wants it. So, there. Ooh, interesting. I don't know. This one I wanted to be fuller. And maybe eventually I would chop them and put it in another pot and then let them trail. So this is my Hoya ETS10 Splash that's turning silver. I still don't know what's kind of like the factor to turn them into more silvery specimen, but must be the lights, as they say. I still believe I'm new to this and I just learn as I go and I just observe my plants. But could be. It could be the lights or the nutrients or something. This one is my Hoya Sami, Lacunosa Sami. There should be variegation on the edges, and they are so pink. They are so pink when there's a new leaf. I don't have a new one for now. Again, I don't like big leaves, but this has been a slow grower for me. I got it as a one node, like 2-leafer, and not even, I think just one. I had it as a 1-leafer. And it was a slow grower, so I was just ignoring it until eventually it started growing, like so much. And here it is now. What I like about it, the reason why I'm keeping it, is because its splashes are pink when they sun stress. And I really like seeing them like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying you for now, so I'll keep you here with me. Maybe soon I'll chop it. Or maybe I would get rid of it as a full plant. We'll see about that. But yeah, it's really nice. Another interesting one. I don't even remember where I got this from, but this is a Hoya Grey Ghost. It's different from Nova Ghost. I think because it's longer. I'm not so sure about the background or whatever, but it's quite interesting, and I don't even know why I still have it. Wow, interesting. I just found another pot of Hoya Thomsonii Splash. But the thing is, I feel like sometimes when I have plants that are slow growers, and then I see some friends or somebody that I know, sellers maybe, who has them, I buy them. Some of them I buy, some of them I trade with, and honestly, I'm okay with it. And I was so surprised because the one that I have was smaller, and then this one was bigger. I'm confused, but I didn't pot them in the same pot just because of the size difference. I hope this continues to be small, and if this continues to be this big, I'll debate if I'll keep it or not, but we'll see. It's growing too, so as you guys can see, there's a new growth. And this one, I'm already happy that it's finally growing. It's doing its thing. Another full plant. This one, I think I got it as a few nodes only. It's Hoya Nuna with pink flowers. I believe seeing that there's a yellow one, but yeah, this is the pink one. I like it when they sun stress. So if you put them under good lighting, they sun stress into pink as well. Let's see if it shows. Come on, show your sun stress. There, a little. Oh, because it's situated in the lowest shelf, and it's not really that close to the lights. I have this one. It's a Carnosa, Hoya Carnosa Suzy-Q. I believe it's not really, that fancy or anything, but I like how it looks like, even though it's kind of, the long shaped leaf. But I really like it. And just like the other variegated Hoyas, they sun stress to pink. This one is the inner variegated Bella, which did some things here. Quite interesting. But yeah, I chopped this so many times already as well to share with the friends. Bella is kind of huge to people who are new into Hoyas. They like this so much. And I do have so this is the inner variegation, and I do have the sandwich variegation. There's a difference. As you can see, there's green at the middle. It's so nice. That's how different they are. I never thought I would have this. This is the Hoya linearis. I mean, I already had it before. It was one of my fastest growing mother plants, but I personally didn't like it because this one has to be trailing. Obviously, you can put this in a trellis. So, yeah. And before, I just put it in my tent. I do have a tent. Maybe next time I would show you guys if I get to organize it. But yeah, it was just there. It was growing, and it reached the ground already, and it just became messy. So I started chopping, and the nicer ones, I propped them and then sold them. But yeah, I'm giving it a try again. Maybe this time I'll give it a better spot. So we'll see what I could do about that. Let's see if this grows well, better than my first one. This one is my Hoya Kenjiana variegated. I think so. If anything, I'll just put the correct ID on the screen. Yeah. I think this is going to be a big leafer as well. I mean, bigger than my usual small leaf, but it's looking nice. I like it. So I'm not so sure if they are the same. If this is the Alba marginata. Huh. Interesting. Because I'm quite confused about Canadiana and Archbaldiana. I remember I have both of them, and both in inner and outer var, but I'm not so sure which is which. This is my Hoya Serpent Silver that I recently just chopped because a good friend of mine said she really wanted it. So I chopped it, and yeah, I gave her a few cuttings, but I like it small. This one is a self-watering pot from my shop, the Prop Studio. I like it for my Hoyas, and honestly, if I could keep a Hoya in this size, that would be so nice. But let's be real, it's not realistic for other size of Hoyas. They just grow so fast. My Hoya Serpent Splash, which looks so silvery as well. Oh, there's a peduncle. I don't know. I haven't seen this one bloom. Oh, 1, 2, 3 peduncles. Maybe there's more. Yeah. So this is the splash, and this is this. Oops, and this is the silver. I don't have the green form anymore. I do have it before. I had it and then I sold it, and now I want it again. This is Hoya Tangchenensis, and it does kind of look like the green form serpents, but if you look closely, it doesn't. It kind of like have an abs. But yeah, I also have it in this small self-watering pot in leca. It's doing fine, and there are a lot of new growths. I like it that it's happy because I think I had it rot before. Well, it was in pond. It was one of those plants that rotted in pond. This is my Hoya, again, Li Prism. I think this is the fancier one. I mean, look at the colors, look at the variegation. It kind of started slow for me as well, because even though when I got it, it was an entirely new growth. It was supposed to continue, but I think it kind of like aborted because it acclimated first in my environment, and then the tip of the new growth, it fell off, and yeah, I had to wait for a new growth again. So now we have it, and it's very pink right now. So this is basically they're the same. This is the one with pink flowers. That's what they said. And this is the one with, I don't know what kind of flower, but it's nice, and it's the fancier one from what I remember. So Li Prism, definitely one of my favorites now. This one is my Tangchenensis. Wait, no, Chinghongensis something. I'll put the name at the screen. And it also rotted to me over and over again when it was in pawn. So I'm glad it's happy now, but we'll see how much it would grow. But I'm happy that it's growing. As you can see, there are new growths. I mean, there are tiny new leaves. I just like small leaf Hoyas. I don't even care if they're variegated, if they are silver, or if they are, you know, just green. I like it if they're small. Originally, I was supposed to do all of the cabinets in just one video, but I didn't realize that the Hoya cabinet alone will take that long. My Hoyas are here and there. So yeah, I'll have to fix them and maybe film the other cabinets separately. I'm realizing that just now. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed my Hoya cabinet tour, or I would say cabinet tour part 1, aka Hoyas. And then yeah, I'm probably going to finish the other cabinets soon and talk about the other plans. So I hope you guys would stay and at least subscribe. This is a new channel. I mean, not new. I've been uploading my reels in here as well for quite a while now. But this is something new for me. Definitely. So, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Hope to catch you again next time.